was basically the pain I saw in others, from losing my best friend, to numerous cases, even a case of some of the friend of mine, whom had his wife and they basically went to the hospital. She was pregnant, and this same administrative bullshit with the current medical system came into play. They were basically asking them to fill some forms before and do a couple of other stuff before they admitted her. I mean, she died right in front of him. It's many cases like this all over the world, especially in some countries. I think UK in particular, where I know healthcare is free, but you have to wait. I know people that are has been waiting for over 2 years now just to get basic healthcare, which is really sad. It shouldn't be that way. If modern countries could face something like this where patients have to wait, not knowing if they have emergencies, underlying emergencies, not knowing if they could die minutes from the time they are waiting, how much more on the underserved areas or in poor areas or in places like Africa or in poor places in Asia. It's just the pain that was my motivation. I mean, it was really painful because I slept in the cold numerous number of times. I slept outside. A particular time I even slept, so I woke up and outside and the rain was, I woke up all filled up with rain. It was a painful experience because I remember very well, even before I pursued this mission, I was living really good, and I had helped a lot of people. And even a lot of people were actually even sleeping in my houses. I didn't even need to take rent from you, just come, And when it came time for me, when I was asking, just for a little space just to sleep, I was even asking to sleep on the floor, and even many excuses came up with most of these people. So, and it was mostly privacy issues. Then I was like, okay, listen, I'm just gonna wake up by 4 a.m., and probably come back by 9 p.m. in the evening. So at least you have your privacy. I just needed a place to sleep and shower, but it was so unfortunate that, it made me lose, will I say, respect for humanity to an extent. But at the same time, I still understand, because without this, there'll be no story, I mean, when it comes to family, I got a lot of pushbacks with the fact that I was doing this, most especially the fact that I was still in medical school. And but the truth is, you don't have to. What I realized is in life, once you have a purpose, or you've been given a particular vision to execute, you don't have to wait for the permission of anybody to start. I mean, and now the app is ready. We just finished building our server. And soon patients will be able to sign up back on the app and consultations would continue as usual, So, I mean, my advice to people in general is just believe in yourself, if there's a problem you feel like you could solve, no matter what it's gonna cost, as long as the problem you're solving is gonna be helping a lot of people, just go for it, no matter what it's gonna cost. Trust me, even though it might really be dark, right, at some point, trust me, the day is gonna come. You're gonna see the light. There's always the light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm glad I'm out of the tunnel, I mean, the current medical system, it prioritizes profits over people. It's just no humanity anymore, which saddens my heart, So Hospiyou is basically focused on creating a medical system, that's more patient-centric, focused on the needs of the patients, rather than the current medical system, which sees patients just as numbers, And it saddens my heart as well. I'll have to talk about cancer, the fact that the cure of cancer has been out for years, and the current medical system prefers to put people on chemotherapy just because, they're gonna make way more profits, and letting people die, it's really sad, you know, it's super, super sad, yeah. I mean, the future of healthcare to me, it's one that it's super affordable to every single one on the planet. You know, super accessible in seconds. You know, you have access to healthcare. You know, and really, really patient-centric, really focused on you as a patient. You know, rather than you being seen as a number. You know. So what Hospiyou, I mean, for me personally, I feel like as the CEO of Hospiyou, I would say I've actually done my job, or I would say I've fulfilled my purpose. You know, once the kids in the villages in Africa, you know, can have the same quality healthcare as with those in the big city. You know, once that happens, I believe I've really fulfilled my purpose, and I'll be happy to leave any day, anytime. But yeah. You know, like I said initially, it's the pain, it's the unnecessary pain in the current medical system is bringing on people, which is unnecessary. You know, now it's about profits over the people. You know, which is really sad. You know, so yeah, that's the bottom line. You know, it's really sad. Like I drive a cancer. You know, obviously they know that. You know, we could, listen, if we could make helicopters, aeroplanes, you know, even with the iPhones, you know, with the current artificial intelligence revolution, right? If humans could do all this, you know, what is the cure of cancer compared to an iPhone, you know, for real? You know, but rather than giving someone the cure of cancer, a drug for cancer that they could take in 1 week or 2 weeks, and the cancer is dead. And I mean, these are cells, you know, these are just malignant cells, or malignant cells, rather, cancers. You know, rather than give them the drugs they could just take for 1 week or 2 weeks and they're gone, or you know, they prefer to put you on chemotherapy for 1 year or 2 years, you know, or 6 months, you know, till you fucking die. And sorry, I'm cursing, but it's really, really sad. You know, it's now profits over people, and that has to change. That has to change. I'll do whatever it takes to make sure that changes. I would say watch me. Watch me. You know, that's it. Just watch me, you know. Like I said earlier, you know, if you have a vision, you know, or a mission, you know, that you've been given, you know, by high consciousness, and you believe this vision is going to be helping people, or if it's a vision or a purpose that's going to be helping people or making people's lives better, you know, trust me, just go for it. I know it's going to be difficult. I went through pure hell. You know, I went through homelessness. I went through people talking shit. I went through, it's a very lonely journey, you know. I lost a lot of friends. It's now they're trying to come back in to a friend. Now they see, you know, I've been out of the tunnel, or there's light at the end of the tunnel finally. You know, just go, you know, just do it, you know. And I can promise you, even though it's gonna be really hard, even though it's gonna be really dark, trust me, there's light at the end of the tunnel, you know. Aside from the fact that not about anything egoistic, I believe I'm the greatest innovator of all time, because it's kind of like ever since childhood I've been working on projects, innovating and inventing stuff. I think I won one of the biggest science competitions in the whole of Nigeria, West Africa, Einstein Science Challenge. And aside from that, so I want to be remembered as someone that gave his all, you know, particularly to change the healthcare system. You know, I want to be remembered as someone, like I said initially, I believe I have fulfilled my purpose, you know, or I would have fulfilled my purpose if the kids in Africa, you know, have the same level of, or the same quality healthcare as those, you know, in the Western world as well. I mean, even though the Western world is still the same problem, because it's this problem Hospiyou is solving. It's a global problem, actually. You know, we still have people in the UK that have been waiting for years to just get attended to. Even in Bulgaria, you know, in the hospitals, you have to sit down for hours, you know, before you get medical attention. And most of the people could have underlying emergencies. This was how my friend died, you know. But yeah, that's how I want to be remembered. I mean, right now, the fact that we had to launch, do what we had to do, the Hospiyou team, you know, to launch the app. I think that was in August, we launched the app, but we realized that the patient's data was very delicate, and we didn't need that. We needed that to be in our own hands, you know. So we had to build a new server, you know, which took us this long, and the server is finally ready. And yeah, and users could be able to like log back on the app. And also with that, we had pushed the mobile pharmacy feature, where patients could be able to, after having a video consultation or a voice consultation from anywhere and at any time, they could be able to, and they've gotten a prescription. With that prescription, they could quickly get to order drugs with our mobile pharmacy feature from pharmacies around them, and have it delivered to them. I mean, even the pharmacies are even going to make more money from this, in the sense that, you know, they tend to open an online version of their store, of their physical stores on the app, you know, and yeah, making it more convenient for patients and faster, saving more lives, you know. Yeah. You're not forgotten, you know. I feel your pain. The Hospiyou team feels your pain. You know, we do feel your pain. We understand what it means losing a loved one. I mean, I lost a loved one myself to this mess, you know, so understand what it means losing a loved one to the current administrative BS with the current medical system. You know, you're not alone, you know, so we are Hospiyou, we're doing all our best, all it takes, even no matter how they've tried to silence us, or they've tried to reduce the level of resources we should have access to. You know, we're making sacrifices, you know, to solve this problem. And someday this problem is gonna be a thing of the past when it comes to healthcare, for sure. I wouldn't see myself as a savior necessarily. I wouldn't even call myself a savior of the healthcare system, because then it's gonna be an ego thing, right? And what I'm doing here has nothing to do with the ego, because if it was about the ego, I wouldn't sacrifice being homeless. I wouldn't sacrifice, you know, having problems with family members, or, you know, losing friends, and just to be able to build Hospiyou. For me, I'll just say I feel like this was a problem, right, that I felt like I was more equipped, you know, right from my childhood, my background, you know, being intellectually sound and being able to understand problems in-depthly and how to solve them, you know. So I believe I was the best person to just tackle this problem head on and once and for all, you know, so that the problems with regards to inaccessibility of healthcare, you know, or people dying due to lack of proper medical attention, or, you know, was a thing of the past, you know. And yeah.